That was like those decisions on like Mass Effect. Like literally, we would leave the game paused and we'd talk about them for like 30 or 40 minutes, and the really big game-changing decisions. And a lot of times, it would actually go the route like I was thinking, right? Like it would have that kind of impact. It was written from that fork in the road in a believable way, given the constraints of the game and the rules of that universe. Hey, Adam vs. Chastity Belts. Great name. You could make a line of clothing. Offer the dual-wield chastity belt. Adam vs. Urinals. Oh god. This.
Our community grows.
Versus Alchemist. Sweet feet. Yeah, you see? There's absolutely got to be more than one person doing this.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise this.
I mean, all these people are different people, obviously. Adam vs. Chastity Belts. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it, Chastity Belts. We are Legion. Imposter identified. Turns out Legion is pretty sweet. Hey, Morph Quotin 88. How's I supposed to know? Not to shoot that kid in the face. And that's still a legitimate question, right? I didn't think it was gonna do anything. How you doing, Morph? How you doing, Chastity Belts? Thank you again. Sweet Feet. Wait, does that mean that Sweet Feet was actually taken? Had to add an extra E. Alright. Can we actually blow this open? Where is it? Versus in Sweet is you. It's so crazy. There's no way. There's someone that's done a long time ago. I mean, and they do it every now and then. There's been someone that always, when they donate as totally anonymous. I don't know who this person is, but they've been here, whoever they are, they've been here for like almost 2 years. They occasionally donate too. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's no way to know unless they tell me. But I don't need to know. It's okay. It's fun this way.
Our community grows.
Maybe. Let's have a text tick. Adam vs. Urinals. Great name. Urinals, thank you for the follow. Alright. See how this goes. So I am putting points into allowing us to have swords, just so, I don't know, we have that option of weapons to try out. I'm probably, like we mentioned before, I'm probably going to respec a couple times just to see what the other specs are like before we beat the game, but I don't know, we'll see if I do that.
Watch out! Grenade!
Adam vs. Urinals, thank you for the subscription. Man, the credits at the end of the stream right now are so crazy. The names and just, I mean, the amount of stuff. Adam vs. Urinals, thank you for the sub. We're gonna, like, end up rushing through all of our giveaway keys. It's fine by me. Thanks, Urinals. Hey, Miss Monty. Ohio. Ohio? How's it going, Miss Monty? It's 20, so that gives us an extra giveaway for either tonight or tomorrow right now, right? We did one tonight so far. Sweet Urinals. You don't need to kill these. They're under level anyway.
Dara Grimaderum Dam.
Sweet Urinal, thank you for the follow. Man, this immortal gnat is really driving me crazy. Returned with snacks, just for you. What kind of snacks? Freaking gnat, man. I could have just went to that camp. Shockingly enough, Sweet Urinal was taken. What? That shot the kid intentionally. Not really. I did it not really thinking it would do anything, yeah. I was just doing it while we were talking. Like, when you go back to that point in the VOD, well, I mean, you can't because it's not saved for you guys yet. I do have those VODs saved. But when you go back to the end of the Mass Effect 3 VOD, I'm like really contemplating the 3 choices, right? And I'm like walking around slowly and I'm thinking about it and I'm just aiming around and stuff. And then I just shoot the kid in the head and then suddenly the cycle continues. Should we cheeseburger through the screen? I want a cheeseburger. Hate the choices. So be it. I mean, in a way, I'm kind of glad it happened, right? Because
Community.
who does that? Who does that their first time? And then I remember Pineapple specifically, like, laughing and was like, I recommend these games. You play them for hundreds of hours. We have all this build up. We talk about things for hours on these decisions. And then at the end, you just end up shooting the kid in the head. Like, it's an awesome ending. The ending tainted the series for you. Duka speaking to Oolong. Deirdre.
I went into the tomb. I found the ancient crown of the High Kings.
And so, you entered into one of our most sacred places. May this adventure have brought you wisdom and understanding of our people.
Sweet Rakes
And
food?
of your own
I didn't see that.
This
Rakes food, thank you for the follow.
is venerated.
Hey, even Surge,
The
thank you for the
one
lurk.
who wears it will certainly be elected. But you know that, do you not?
Yes, I do.
Here's what I should
I
do.
need to be certain that whoever is
I don't know that they'll
named
give...
help me meet
I don't know... No,
I
that's...
pledge my honor to help you and my words.
Come on,
are
guy.
true.
That's not
But
the only
more
thing at
is
stake
in
here.
play than a simple meeting. You know that I work for a tempering of spirits, the healing of wounds of Tifredi, and those of your own continent. But the decision is yours. To the son that was lost and refound on our island.
Alright, hang on.
Our community grows.
I need to think some more. I'm sorry.
Do
Adam
not
versus
be
Nat? Yeah, what the crap, Nat?
You are right to take the time to think this
I don't
through.
understand. It's like I don't have anything in here.
But the council will unite.
My room is clean. Here's what I really would like. And I wish this was an option. I will talk to them all and see if it is. So they're all 3 here. I can choose which one to give the crown to. Why don't I just not meddle in their affairs? No matter which one is the king, High King, High Queen, they're going to take me to where I want to go. Why can't I just let them do their own voting, their own democracy? Why do I have to determine? Like, that should be the 4th option. Like, I step back and I'm like, you know what? Either way, no matter who wins, you're going to help me with the Malachor. So, you know, do what you guys have done since the beginning of time here on the island and choose what's best for you guys. Put it on Siora's head. Adam versus Nat, thank you for the subscription. I'm gonna use that $2.50 to buy a weapon for this Nat. But we can't do that option.
I went into the tomb.
If he has
I
anything
found
new to
the
say, I
crown
doubt
that
it.
your ancient High Kings wore upon their heads.
And now you count
Democracy.
on using
Only
it to
tyranny.
lean upon the leader you have chose to run.
Definitely don't trust this guy. This guy's the bottom for
I
me.
need to be certain that the one elected High King helps me encounter Enon.
Fifth option, run off and bury it
I
somewhere.
already promised you my help in this matter. But the question left unanswered is this. Do you wish that your people may continue to settle here for our mutual benefit?
I need to think a little.
He's the one I trust the least.
I understand it is a decision that will change the face of Teofradi, and perhaps even that of your own continent. But do not wait for too long. The Council will soon meet. It would be a shame to lose your leverage.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sun.
Nat versus Adam. God. Nat versus Adam, thank you for the subscription too. No love for that Nat. No, you put those sandwiches away. That's what he wants. No, stop it. Nat, thank you for the subscription. I will not be defeated. Because the Nat's okay as well.
Concerning the crown,
Well, you carry in your hands the hopes of an entire people.
Thanks, Nat.
My people. The one who wears it will be elected. You know that. Have you changed your mind? Or do you seek to humiliate me more?
I'm not here to humiliate anyone, but I must be assured that the
Oh,
one
sorry.
who is elected will help me meet Enon Milfrictamen.
I have
Yeah, exactly,
already
Ms. Monty.
promised you this. And you know that once I am queen, I
I
will
will not
chase
be
every
defeated.
colonist from this isle. The choice is yours now.
That sounds like something that someone I know would say.
I need to think some more. It's an important
It's
decision.
between her
This
and
is true.
Dunkus.
Unless
I think I'm
your
gonna go with
only purpose is
Dunkus.
to mock me. But be wary.
She seems the most
It will
level-headed.
not be long before the council unites.
She seems like she only wants what's best for her people no matter what, right? Victory at all cost. He seems like he wants what's best for him overall, right? And what's gonna be good for his clan and maybe not all people. And he's kind of in the middle, right? Like, he wants peace. God, I wish we could just not choose and just have them do their trial or whatever. All right, Dunkus, here we go.
Have you made your decision?
Deirdre. Oh, I mean, I already had a chance to give it to her and I beat her up, so... Multicellular life form. Do not in any way symbol a master of punnery. Yeah, for sure. Alright, I'm just gonna give it to him. You know what? Alright, Dunkus, don't disappoint me. I liked you best out of these three people on all the other quests too, so...
Take it. I trust you. In your wisdom, may we be guided towards a peaceful future.
The Council has begun to unite. It is time for me to go. Thank you for choosing me. I will do all in my power to bring you what you desire.
Might be true.
You have my promise.
We don't get to watch? Of course not. We can't even watch people drink. Why are we able to watch this? Gunnery Sergeant of Punnery Nats. Okay, no trickery so far. Why doesn't Siora bowing? She's a native. A new High King. Right. For better or worse, we've made a decision.
Congratulations, Dunkus. I'm certain that you will be a very wise High King. And now, are you ready to keep your promise and take me to meet with Enon Milfrictamen?
You are burning with the impatience of youth. But according to tradition, I must first go to the
You peasant.
sanctuary on my own. Without the blessing of Teofradi, My title is nothing but empty, meaningless words. But fret not. How could I be called wise if I went back on the promise I made my friend as soon as I got elected? Meet me at the sanctuary's entrance in 2 days.
2 days.
I will open its doors for you.
Bring
Thank you,
$2.
Duncan. I'll be there.
Every one of us will be praying during these 2 days for Enon Milfrichtemen to bless our chosen one. But we don't have to stay here and do nothing. We can go somewhere else if you want.
Basically, do you want to go do some side missions right now, or just want to get on with it? Unfortunately, I'm kind of at the point where
There you
I
are,
don't really care
Karant.
as much about side
How was the
missions.
encounter?
Enon Milfrichtemen welcomed me like a mother would welcome her child. I will have to meditate on everything he told me and think about the warnings he gave. But now he's waiting for you. I will open the way.
Open the
Once
way.
you are in the sanctuary, always stay on the right-hand path and keep a confident heart.
Right-hand path.
Those who let doubt take hold of them and turn back risk awakening the guardians of this place. Qua aulem seg.
Boy. Stay on the right-hand side and never turn back. All right. Right-hand side, never turn back. Hey, it's that giant door I saw earlier in the game. I was like, I bet that's going to be something important. Keep your right hand strong. Okay. Ooh, the interior of the volcano, not just the back side of it. Story imperialism bad. Old tribal. Really romanticizes the dude as a tutor, right? Acting sideways. I know, that's what I was saying, like when Narth and Narth had a lot of valid points, right? About this would probably happen, things would be like this. That is, if things weren't so kind of black and white like you're saying, Badger. Yeah, I agree. If the writing was like super good, those things that Narth and I were talking about would actually kind of matter, but they don't seem to at all. Okay, continue on the right path, huh? Okay. Go left and turn back, buck the system. I wonder what would happen if you just take the left path all the way up. Dungeon eventually, yeah. Yeah, that's what I told my daughter about, like corn mazes or whatever. If you get lost in corn maze, just always, unless you're on like some middle thing that doesn't connect to anything else, just go in a circle over and over. But follow the right wall and you'll eventually get out. Yeah, I agree with the Badger. Well, I just meant in general, Narth, the whole game. Not necessarily the individual points, but that all these individual points that we have about the story and the branching of the storylines and this group versus this group or whatever seems to be a little bit more black and white and linear than it would be if it was like, you know, real or written in a kind of better way. Trustworthy and a peaceful solution? Yeah. Apparently a couple hundred people showed up to Miss Monty. A few people were arrested. That's all I know. But I don't think they actually, you know, did anything. These big crop circles. Ooh. They made it. Aliens now live among us. So this game 1 to 10, about a 6. Azik star. So Azik, about a 6 in its current state.
And so the child that was taken has returned, the flesh of my earth. You, by simply
generous.
coming into being, have tangled the strings of destiny of all the other children. I am he they call AdamVsEverything. I have followed each of your steps since your arrival.
I hail you, AdamVsEverything. I have come to you to find a remedy.
A cure for the disease of a distant land. Her affliction was to be poisoned by her own children. Her veins rot in stagnant water. Her earth now bears poisoned fruit, and her children wither and die. And still it is those same children who can heal the lands, and with them heal themselves, if they only want it truly. They could be taught by my children, learn to give back in return, learn to heal. But for that, I must survive. I have seen by your side the shadow grow, taking form.
How you doing stuff? I think so.
Fed by the venom of intrigues from faraway lands. He spreads it today in my sap. To save his own life, he stole my strength, and that strength has driven him mad, because it is not made to be taken. He draws each day a little more from me, and threatens us all. His hunger has no limit.
I don't understand. Who are you talking about?
We can look at the other endings.
Call Constantine.
What do you mean you don't know who he's talking about?
Stop him.
Yeah.
Or there will be no cure anymore for anything or anyone.
That's impossible. How could that be?
You must leave now. Someone has followed your footsteps. Someone has.
So it's like we were
without
talking about when we first got to the island. It's like they're setting up Constantine to end up being a bad guy.
My children are waking and tracking.
Surprise betrayal, no way.
They will attack all followers. Flee, or you will be dead.
It's done in a different way than I thought it was going to happen. But we definitely saw that they were setting up Constantine to be a... Hey, look, it was another unique creature. Whoa. Yeah, so what I'm probably going to do, Badger, is once we're into the playthrough, we'll probably end up just watching a video of all the alternate endings. That's what I usually do if I don't want to play back through a game in its entirety. Which I probably don't want to with this one. Pain is common trope. Undercover villains, yeah. Or it even being the catalyst, you know.
I saw a man running out of the sanctuary, and I heard the cries of creatures inside.
Like
Is
Two-Face,
everything
for
all
instance.
right? Did you manage to get the answers you were expecting?
Yes. He told me that the Malachor had appeared because of the way the colonials have treated the Earth. It's actually some kind of poisoning. And it would be possible to cure it, but I'm not sure that I understood how.
Words that come from the heart of the island carry with them a wisdom, which may sometimes be difficult to grasp. If you need help, I would be glad to be of assistance. My clan knows how to heal the earth.
Thank you, Dunkus. I suppose I just need time to think.
You haven't told me everything, have you? There appears to be a storm weighing down on your forehead.
It is true. but it is something I must verify by myself.
You're supposed to be a Geodude.
Do not hesitate to come and find me if I can help you. Qua aulum secarans.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
you didn't see the other parts of Constantine Reader, so yeah, I can see why you would be super surprised. Ancient Mind Reader. So, one of the things that was kind of a giveaway, obviously, that Constantine would be a very big part of the game, even from the beginning, is he's one of the most developed characters that we run into. And I know I haven't done a lot of the side quests from other characters once we started kind of getting, and kind of not caring about the side quests as much. But in general, Constantine has been one of the story characters that was acting the most like someone really would act. The most developed of the characters, so he was definitely going to be the cause of something. You're hoping he would die from the plague. At this point in the game, the options for villains dwindling too. Yeah, that's a good point. I think I need to mute dialogue options before I go insane. Inform Constantine? Hey Constantine, thought you should know. Doing a really evil thing. We'll see how it goes down. Made sense, they didn't know about the first expedition. Well, okay, so every time that Constantine didn't know anything, he always said the same thing. So either he was lying or the writers just didn't know how to make it plausible that he didn't know these things. So every single time he was like, what? My dad just never told me that. And it was like, Constantine, did you know this? What? My dad never told me that. He didn't tell me anything. It's like, well, all right, Constantine. Did you know this? No. My dad never told me that. So, who knows if he was telling the truth? I'm hoping he wasn't. What? We had to get level 3 lockpicking to open this. It had 15 gold and some ammo. Nothing, trust me. That's because they face marks. How about that? Maybe. They also don't talk, so the plague doctors could have the accent. Something you've seen so far? It's oh yeah, absolutely. That's what I was saying. Like, things in the story. There's only been one really shocking part, and that was the coup of the. That's the thing too. The best part of the story was that coup of the coin guard, and then it just kind of just peters out, and it's not been relevant ever since. Same response, yeah, that too.
My dearest cousin, I'm so glad to see you. You are right on time. We have visitors, and your advice would be most welcome. Let me introduce you to the emissaries of the Bridge Alliance and the Coin Guard. Quite brazen, isn't it? That they would send us an emissary after having tried to assassinate me.
The commander must have a solid reason.
That's what I hope. Your Excellencies, we're listening.
San Mateus has been sustaining particularly violent assaults. Our soldiers are exhausted. Soon it will be the inhabitants who will pay the price.
And of course, it is on their behalf that you dare
probably
to
so
come find me.
I didn't blood mine, by the way.
The commander was hoping that, in the face of such a threat, you would forget our past differences.
Yeah.
Oh, how sensitive of him.
Sire, Hikmet is under attack as well. We are almost certain that this is a new maneuver of the islanders. Governor Burren is hoping that you will accept to send him your cousin as well as some troops.
My heart truly bleeds at hearing such tales. However, the size of our troops has greatly reduced after the horrific attempt at a coup. Regarding sending my cousin, he's already very busy undertaking a mission of the utmost importance, without even mentioning the fact that what you describe fills me with fear for his life, which is most precious to me. No. I really don't see how I could be of assistance to you.
Constantine, we cannot remain deaf to the call of our allies. I'm sure I can
About 30 to
find
40
time go and
hours,
evaluate the
Striker.
situation.
I would love to accompany you. But my people are being wrongfully accused. I am certain of it, and I want to prove it.
Very well, my dear. You know I cannot refuse you anything. But remember how urgent it is for this antidote to be found. We are so close to it now.
Don't worry about it. You know how important this mission is to me.
Well, this audience is coming to an end. Your Excellencies, inform your governors of my cousin's arrival. I hope that you realize how grateful you should be to him.
I'm not sure yet, Strike.
And of course, you also have the gratitude of the guard.
Was there a part there that just wasn't voice acted? Did you see that? There was one sentence that just wasn't voice acted. So Striker, yeah, I don't know. We haven't beaten it yet. You definitely don't finish the game at max level, though. That I do know. That was weird, yeah. This encounter is weird, yeah. It's all kind of strange. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. The tree god, the spirit of the island just told us that, you know, this is... Constantine is basically caught... Well, whether Constantine's aware what he's doing or whatever, he's what's causing this evil. And we're just not going to tell him if we come here? We're not going to say anything about it? I don't know. Deadline? Yeah, that's what I said too. I think they needed like 3 to 6, maybe 9 months. Is Constantine a villain by way of being well-intentioned? Is that his way to happen? Is our hungry in a particular way that put him against? Well, I mean, the thing about him becoming this, it seems like he didn't do it, at least not from the beginning, as far as we can tell, from his own, like I said, he didn't intend to do it. Like, he wasn't the one that decided to take him. It was, God, I forget his name, the Islander guy that took him out to try to cure him or whatever, and that kind of led to how things are now instead of him just dying in the Malachor. Because, I mean, not everyone with a Malachor ends up like this, right? Like, there's tons of people have died from it. Our mom died from it. But it's what's his face? God, I can't remember that guy's name. That one Islander doctor guy that we sent here. Crap. It's almost good yet. The island spirit lied to us?
Constantine.
My dear cousin. I'm always happy to see you.
Yeah, Striker,
what
unfortunately.
What news do you bring?
Alright, so we can tell him.
I finally managed to...
Maybe it was just that
the heart of the island.
We didn't want to tell him in front of the other people.
To talk with Enon Frictamen.
How marvelous! Tell me about it.
The sanctuary is heavily protected. Only a High King can open it.
I remember you saying that Vimbar's death wasn't going to help us. How did you fix this problem?
I had to interfere in the natives' elections and earn the trust of the pretender who seemed to be the best choice.
You really are an outstanding diplomat. My father is an old, bitter man, but he was right about you. Tell me, who did you choose?
Dunkus. He's the king of the village of Vigyigador, and a Donegad full of wisdom.
I'm certain that you have made the right choice. And then what did you do?
I was able to enter the sanctuary. It was an incredible experience.
It had to be. Oh, how I envy you. Entering the most secret places on this island, talking to a god. What does he look like? Is he some kind of very old and very powerful Donegad?
No. In fact, I spoke to an extremely large tree, as strange as it may sound.
Fascinating. And I thought that gods were always old, bearded men. Did he tell you where the Malachor was coming from? Is it a curse that he cast upon the first settlers?
No. According to him, we are responsible for the emergence of the Malachor. By exploiting the Earth so much, we have poisoned it, and the disease has contaminated us through the water that we drink and the plants that we eat.
Strange, and yet it seems plausible. So, there wouldn't be an antidote?
He says that the Earth can be healed, that his children know how to do it. I suppose he was talking about the Donegada. He also said that by healing the Earth, we would heal those who live on it.
This is a fascinating revelation. It won't be easy for our neighbors to accept it, however. I'm afraid that even my father might receive it with skepticism. Did he tell you anything else?
Hang on a second. Hang on. There's a really big problem with this, too. So the Malachor is in the water, or it's in everything that's coming out of the Earth. The Earth is poisoned. How come more people don't have the Malachor? I know in the very first settlement, like, quite a bit of people had it, but you would think, like, The Bridge Alliance, they are exploiting the land. None of them seem to have the Malachor. Natural resistance? Well, the natives, yeah, but what about all the other people? Like, it's racist. I know it's a magical thing, but Striker, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, Striker. It seems like more people would have it, aside from just Serene. In fact, if anyone had it, you would think it would be like the San Mateus people, the Treleme people. I'm gonna tell him. New generation of people? No, it's not. It's not just on the island, though, right? It's not. In fact, it's not because Serene wasn't on the island. That's back on the mainland, and Serene was being devastated by it. So we're not even, because we're exploiting the island. Our mainland is poisoned. Anyway, I'm gonna tell him. Highly industrialized. I'm gonna tell him.
Yes. Something rather disturbing. He talked about you. He said his existence was in danger because of you.
Really? But that doesn't make any sense. I never hurt anybody on this island. Unlike our neighbors, I have never abducted or tried to convert islanders.
I don't think that's what he was referring to.
Cousin, please, you know me. I have made some mistakes, but I never threatened anybody. The only person who I put in danger is you. And you know how sorry I am about that.
Yes, I do know.
Forget about it, will you? This god manifestly wants us to pay for the sins of our fathers and to have his revenge for the invasion. By sowing the seeds of discord between us, he's probably hoping to weaken us. Do you realize that you have succeeded?
So you're thinking they're talking about the mainland all along, Grotwork?
The continent should be thanking you.
The island is not.
Is there anything you would like to tell me?
It's because, so the mainland is being exploited, so the mainland is punishing us. So to say.
You told me that during the ritual with Katasak, you felt the bond he'd created.
It's true. And it was an incredible feeling. I felt like I was every blade of grass in that remote place. I could see everything, feel everything, and I knew.
Well, yeah, I know they were exploiting that, you know, industrialization, but.
Yes, but in a more dull, muffled way. The first time, it was surreal and perfect. In fact, I don't know if there's a word for it.
The first time?
The first time it happened. Now it's as if I've become used to feeling this bond.
I must take my leave.
Take care, and come back soon.
So it was just a rumor, I guess, and a coincidence that it started when 200, or whenever the first instance of the plague started, or the Malachor. It didn't have so much to do with. I don't know. I wonder what the exact date is of the start of the Malachor. Because we found out that 200 years ago, the Knots found that island. Well, I mean, it was already, you know, inhabited by the natives, obviously. But the Knots found the island, and they sold information the island existed to people, and then they brought people over. And then that was hidden because it went really bad, and you know, the giant and all that crap that we found out. But more effort on figuring out the story of this game than the writers? Maybe. Yeah, that's what I was saying too. A timeline for the Malachor, that would be very helpful. We know that 200 years ago is when expeditions were coming to the island, but all that was hidden away. And somehow it's remained super secret. Talk to the governor of San Mateus, or meet with the governor of Han and Hikmet. I'm gonna go to Hikmet. Let's go inside of the industrial development. Or how do I feel? Yeah, about like a 6 maybe. I feel like the game is unfinished. I think they just needed more time. It seems like everything in the game is just kind of just shy of being good. Combat, story, graphics are good. Animations are lacking. But a little bit overpriced in its current state. It's an okay game. It's okay. If it goes on sale, maybe pick it up. But otherwise, can't recommend it for 50 bucks. Thanks, they don't have to put as much effort into it. That I can believe. It was like late beta. Yeah, I don't... It seems like they should have had a lot of people test out the game or something. Like a lot more beta testers, alpha testers, something. And if they did do that and I didn't know about it, maybe they should have listened to those people more. I don't know. Content updates just later. Have the full game. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I keep telling people. That's why it frustrates me so much, because it's really close to being a really good game, and it's just, I think it would be less frustrating if it was just a terrible game. You know what I mean? Like oh, there's no salvaging this. It's a hot pile of garbage. But because it's just so close to being good in all these things, it's like, man, I wish you would have just waited, fixed these things, and put it out, and you could have had an awesome game. But 2 hours or less a month. Translations were done well. Why can't you just fix that? Oh yeah.
Lord de Sade, I've been hoping you would come.
Your Excellency, I heard news of the attacks against Hikmet.
I am ashamed to once again rely upon your kindness, but our situation is quite desperate, and you have proven such a valuable aid to us in the past.
How might I be of service to you?
Animals, creatures have been attacking us relentlessly. They throw themselves upon our defenses day and night. They do not even try to avoid our weapons, rushing as if to swamp us in infinite numbers. Our best soldiers fall exhausted from fatigue, the others die shredded by their claws. Please find the origin of these attacks and make them stop. If we cannot hold out, the entire population of Hikmet will be devoured. I sent a small group of trackers so that they might follow the trail of the creatures. Their last message came from a dangerous area in the hands of natives. The savages are certainly at the root of these evil attacks. Who else could have trained all of these creatures?
Could you indicate the zone in question?
That's exactly where I am.
Alas, no. I didn't get the information. You must meet their officer, who will know how to guide you there. She's leading our troops in the outpost at the entrance to the city.
Very well. I shall depart immediately.
Be so kind as to keep me informed. This affair is driving me to madness.
I would like to broach a rather unpleasant subject. Your treachery.
I beg your pardon? I am at a loss for words.
Have you forgotten that after sending me to save your savants that you then again sought my assistance? According to you, I needed only to convince the Tierna Hak conductors to provide us with a remedy. But you used me like a pawn, seeking in truth to capture her.
I cannot understand why you are reacting in this way. I was certain that the witch doctor would refuse to help us. They have us marked down as enemies.
You had her shot?
And I had good reason to believe that you would not resort to physical persuasion.
You are even ready to use brute force against your own allies.
Whatever do you mean?
After wounding the Tierna, your spy attempted to kill me, Excellency. And you dare to tell me that my anger is exaggerated? Can I remind you that to assassinate a legate is to declare war against the sovereign?
Legate.
I promise you that I had no intention for any harm to befall you. That man went beyond his orders, I assure you. I implore you, please accept my sincerest and profound apologies in the name of the Bridge Alliance.
I can only give you the benefit of the doubt for now, Your Excellency. In the meantime, you need not keep a candle lit for the return of your spy. He paid for his audacity with his life.
He would have been made to answer for such infamy, I assure you. Once again, I apologize sincerely for this crime. It should never have happened. In any case, we need to get our hands on this woman. The remedy is perhaps...
There never was a remedy. It was a wild goose chase. Perhaps even some sort of machination.
No. That is terrible. This is a great setback. How could I have been so naive? What a shame.
Not sorry, yeah.
I am truly sorry that you risked your life in vain. Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I've taken care of your problem with the caravans. The merchant...
God, we haven't been here in forever.
Captain Rainhild has sent a message to that
There's so many quests that's catching up on right now.
For me. Though there is something that bothers me. I was told that you met these savages and then let them go. They showed no mercy at all with your own merchants.
The congregation is not in conflict with these natives, and has no wish to begin one.
Ah, your famous neutrality. Well then, you have solved the problem, and I would be discourteous to deny it.
My pleasure. I imagine the captain must have informed you of all that we learned.
Indeed, and I am extremely worried. An attack of any significant magnitude would be a catastrophe for our city. We have the means.
That's what I would say too, Narth. They're kind of turning these in, so to say, in a really weird order.
Perhaps there is another way.
We're not choosing either, it's just doing it.
Express their wishes. The freedom of their brothers and sisters.
I see where this is headed, but I fear that they were not honest with you. A few natives are being held in the prison of the Coin Guard, but a handful of warriors does not seem to justify an assault of such commitment.
They were not speaking of just a few soldiers, but of kidnappings. The victims are only villagers.
This is inexplicable. We have taken no villagers. Of course, we answer their attacks in kind. And at times we have taken prisoners on the battlefield. But what use would we have for a few fishermen, hunters, and weavers?
Might it be possible that these kidnappings have taken place without your consent?
I doubt that. But of course, it is always possible that a few bandits might have stolen a shipment of arms. If that were the case, that would explain a great deal. Since you have been of such service to my people, and this grievous affair seems of great concern to you, would you be of a mind to lead the inquiry? Capture a few of these savages. Make it your mission to make them talk. We must understand what is going on before they attack.
Very well. I shall get to the bottom of this affair, Your Excellency.
Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
So, because all these things are getting turned in at once, it doesn't really make sense. Not only the order like Narth was saying, but also because of what's going on here. It's like we're under attack, the beasts are attacking non-stop, day and night, throwing themselves at us, dying in droves, not caring. And he's like, oh, by the way, if you want to, have this expedition you can go off on. Instead of helping us. Great ADHD conversation, yeah. What are people doing after finishing Borderlands 3? I think a lot of people are playing through it multiple times already. And see, that's the thing too. I know it's a completely different kind of game, right? It's a looter shooter game. I haven't played Borderlands 3 yet, but I've heard amazing things about it. And, I mean, that's 60 bucks, right? It's only $10 more than this game. Let's see. Find out where the scouts went. Talk to Captain Rain. What is this one? Talk to the governor of San Mateus. Can't watch for fear of spoilers. Yeah, I'm not. Same thing for me. My wife and I will play through Borderlands 3 at some point. We played through all of them together, but don't want to ruin anything. The governor of San Mateus? Is it not occupied by the Coin Guard? Maybe the governor is the Coin Guard? I don't know. I'm a member of the Coin Guard now? Just having a choice. Spoiler it. Right foot. For the conversation was super over this game. Takes me over. I'm not the only one. Gruntwork. I know. It feels like, you know, I have to finish, right? We have to be pretty close. Of course, I thought that was the case when we were going up the volcano. And then that boss spawned and I was like, this is it. Oops, I went down the wrong alley. Yeah, they say these cities have gone up in the last 4 years. does look a little old, and it said they went up super fast. So at least these were built in like 4 years. The cities that were here older than that were destroyed by the giant or whatever. Also, the palace is the exact same in all 3 kingdoms.
Sir Desade, I'm glad to see that our past differences
Yeah,
have
so
not
it is.
prevented
It is
you
the
from
coin guard.
Your emissary informed us that your city is under attack.
Our city and our
No
lands.
slavery, yeah. As far as we've
Hordes
seen.
of animals are attacking us relentlessly, and my men are exhausted. I received a message from one of our outposts. They say they can't hold out much longer.
Yeah, they made one palace and just
Not a
copy-pasted it.
sentimental man.
2 more
Deaths in
times.
combat aren't unusual, but I cannot accept that my men are being devoured by beasts which, as soon as they are killed, are replaced by more beasts. I want to know where this attack is coming from, who is leading it, and more importantly, I want it to stop. I'm counting on you for this, Desade. They say you have a talent for investigations. Go to the East Outpost and help them hold it. Seeing reinforcements should raise their morale. The officer in charge will undoubtedly be able to tell you where these creatures come from and how to find their source. I'm not really used to saying this, but we really need help. So, please.
How could I refuse in the face of such a
Mayhem mode? I
diplomatic
don't even
effort?
know what that is.
I will depart right away, and I hope to make it there in time.
Thank you, Desade. You are brave. Anything else?
I will leave you to your business.
Good.
Jerk. 2 Long Islands in. Not sorry for your mouth. No, it's all good. It's all good. So you're having iced tea also, huh? Slightly different than my iced tea. Slight. Guy makes no sense, yeah. I don't think I'm going to. Oops. Right, I wanted to go to fast travel. Unless it forces me to, I'm not going to do so. I don't know how close that takes us to it. We'll find out, though. Gets down, just got home, had to let the dogs out. Decided to take a trek to the backyard. Chase them, basically. One that doesn't walk too well. Pain waiting for him to decide he wanted to move again. Under attack by mosquitoes. Whatever else is out there. People looking to survive. God, I hate mosquitoes. Welcome back, R Squared. We had the conversation on the stream a couple times about how hated mosquitoes are. That, you know, it's one of those things where, like, scientists were pretty much in agreement, like, you shouldn't wipe out a species, right? Like, you shouldn't exterminate something because it's not good, or you don't think it's good, because you don't know what the overarching the effect will be on the rest of the ecosystem, right? You can't foresee that. Just look at all the famine in China and stuff, right? It happened after. Anyway, but the mosquitoes, a lot of scientists are like, well, you know, maybe it's worth finding out. Like, yeah, the ecosystem might collapse and everyone dies or something. We can't be sure, but maybe it's worth the risk to get rid of mosquitoes. Like, I hate mosquitoes, man. It would decide if you like someone or not. Also true. Legitimacy to the government of the coin guard. Yeah, I agree with that too. So, for those of you that don't know, the person that was just there, the leader of the coin guard, he literally came in and, or what, not him, but his men came in at his behest and tried to kill Me and Constantine, they took over San Mateus. They wanted to take over the whole island for themselves. They killed a bunch of people. Kurt is... They didn't kill Kurt, technically. But anyway, it was a really, really, like, negative thing. And now, just a few days later or whatever, we show up and we're like, hello, Governor. Do you need us to help you survive the onslaught of the beasts? I think not. Sorry for the bats. Yeah, that's the thing. Bats are already going, like, dying in droves anyway, right? I forget what it's called. There's like this white... What's it called? There's like this disease that are killing, like, colonies of bats, especially in South America. Like, millions and millions of bats dying. The tubes that feeds the species? Yeah, exactly. Buzz tower. Ruined summer days and nights. Bites. Yeah. Spread. Yeah, they also say that mosquitoes, well, it's believable too. Malaria, scientists say malaria has killed more people in the history of mankind than anything else by a huge amount, and predominantly spread by mosquitoes.
You managed to make it through. So, a group of these enraged beasts managed to get past our defenses.
About bats dying? Yeah, it's been happening for...
And defeated them. But how did they make it through?
10 or 15 years, Raider 2.
Our men are exhausted. We killed some of them.
Huge cave systems full of bats in, like, South America and stuff.
Our situation is getting more and more desperate.
I forget what they called it. White something.
I don't suppose I need to warn you about the dangers of this road.
And the colony will just collapse.
That is why we're here. Governor Burren sent me. He wants us to find a group of trackers.
And I hope that he'd sent you as reinforcements. Silly me. It looks like all we're good for is dying to protect his bloody city. But you wanted to ask me something.
Like I said, Governor Burren is hoping that I can find a group of trackers, with your help.
I'd like to see you try. Indeed, I was ordered to send out a party of scouts.
That's it, White Nose Syndrome, thank you.
Despite our losses. They were supposed to find the bastard who's been sending us these critters. One of those savage sorcerers,
fungal
no doubt.
infection or something.
Can you tell me which way they went?
Sorry, Your Excellency, I won't tell you anything until I receive some help. You have to understand, I hope that these men are alive. They are also under my command. But those who are here with me now are my main preoccupation. And as we speak, they're dropping like flies. Not to mention the fact that if this outpost falls, there won't be much left to protect the city. So you can go and tell the governor that if he wants me to help you, he will have to help us first.
Let's try our charisma.
I understand that your situation is
75%
that you want to take care of what appears most urgent. But it's not simply about me saving a few men. It's about stopping these attacks once and for all. By getting to their root cause, I intend to put an end to it. And then any help you hope to receive won't be needed any longer.
You're right. I'm sorry, these attacks have made me lose my nerve. I don't know what I'm saying. They went towards the west, where the rebels are most numerous.
Are you talking about the Danea Exregau?
If you like. The governor is certain that these savages are behind the attacks. So I sent my men to find their camp. This isn't the first time that we've tried to find them. But now our survival depends on it.
I see. Well, thank you, Captain. I'll try to find your man and put an end to all this.
Good luck. And if my men are alive, send them back here, will you?
You can count on me. Could you tell me again what it is that you expect from me?
We were supposed to receive a shipment of ammunition and medicines, but we're still waiting for it. If you can bring it to me, we would at least be able to heal ourselves and have enough bullets to sustain these assaults.
Do you know where this material came from?
Looks like a conquistador, yeah.
The caravan transporting it was supposed to pass through here 2 days ago. It must have been attacked. But with a little bit of luck, its cargo should still be intact.
Here for your chocolate and gold.
I will retrace the path. It shouldn't be too difficult to find it.
The three of you won't be able to bring the crates back by yourselves. 2 of my men will accompany you. Please, hurry. Without them, we're even less likely to hold.
We're departing right away. Governor Burren asked me to investigate the abductions the rebels told us about. If we could find the origin and free their comrades, I'm sure they would stop their attack. I need to locate and speak with the other rebels. Do you know where they could be?
No. They don't attack often. I fear they're gathering their forces.
My spies will come to you. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Greedfall. We're trying to get a foothold on YouTube, so if you could do me a huge favor and click the subscribe button right here, I'd very much appreciate it. Also, you can see the entire playlist for Greedfall up here, and YouTube thinks you might like this video from the channel as well.